All right. Ready for the countdown?
Mhm.
Let's get it. And five, four, three, two.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to Bar Exam, where the culture is always on trial. I'm Allie, and I'm here with the rest of the Bar Exam crew. We got Eric G in the building. What's up, Eric?
What up? What up? What's good, y'all?
What's up? And we also have Shane G here as well. How you doing, Shane?
In the building. What's the deal?
What's up? Unfortunately, we don't have Marcus here today, so he's here in spirit with us, but we do have a special guest in his place. We actually have a musical artist today. Welcome to Bar Exam, Lazy T.
Let's
Appreciate you
go.
for having me. How's everybody doing?
Good.
I'm good,
Welcome,
bro.
Good,
welcome.
good.
We definitely want to talk about, your star, everything about you getting into your music and stuff. But this is Bar Exam. So we got to talk about the culture first. Now, a lot happened this week, guys. I mean, there were album drops, pregnancy reveals, censorship. I mean, a lot happened. So we'll have plenty to talk about. Let's dive into the album of the moment right now, Cardi B's very much anticipated album called Am I the Drama? This is her second album, and we've been waiting 7 years for it. So people were very, very excited. Now, she did a lot of like guerrilla tactic marketing. So she was out in the streets. She was trying to promote CDs. I don't know. I didn't even know people were still printing CDs and shit. I don't even know how you make a damn CD. So I was surprised she was pushing CDs. But she's out here. She dropped her album, and she's been doing a lot of pop-ups as well to push it. But let's talk about it, guys. So she's expected to move between 125,000 to about 150,000 album equivalent units. But we're in the age of streaming. So more than likely that really like transfers over to about 100 million streams, which is pretty big. I mean, when you think about it, that's pretty major. So she's not going to do bad by any means. And she also revealed that she's going to be doing a tour for it, but she also revealed that she'll be pregnant probably majority of this tour. So that's gonna be
Shout out my
pretty
nigga
interesting.
Marcus. He called me. Yeah. Big Marcus. He knew that
Marcus did
shit. He
call
called
it.
it. That's why y'all need to watch Bar Exam because he predicted it on the last episode.
That's a
He
He
said
fact.
Cardi
really
was
did.
pregnant.
He did. I can't lie. At the time, I was like a little bit cautious about talking about it because I didn't want to like out a woman if she wasn't ready. Or and she really does not like people talking about like her family and stuff, so I was just like, maybe we shouldn't talk about that just yet. But the cat is out the bag. She is pregnant. It is Stefan Diggs' baby. But what's also kind of interesting is the fact that he's already dealing with the paternity suit. So apparently there's another woman who claims that, like, I want to say it's the reveal is kind of murky. Like, I'm not sure if like this woman had the baby a month before Cardi revealed that she's dating Stefan. I think it was around that time though. Okay. And then like now there's this paternity suit where she wants to prove that Stefan is the baby daddy. And apparently, she's gonna probably more than likely want child support. So that'll be pretty interesting, especially because there's a good amount of songs on the album that are about Stefan, but there are plenty of songs on there about other people too. And there are some pretty major features. Okay. So we'll get into the diss tracks and all of that. But the features include Lizzo, Janet Jackson. I know that I'm forgetting a couple major ones. Hold on. Oh,
Can we
Summer
pause there real
Walker.
quick?
Hmm?
Can we just pause there real quick?
Yeah.
When's the last time Janet Jackson hopped on anybody's record?
A minute. It's been a very
A
long
long
time.
time.
It was a little
She's
bit
a
tricky though,
she.
because
I guess she's a avid Cardi fan though.
but isn't it a
Yeah.
sample? It's not like she actually like
Oh, it's one of those.
it's one of those.
It's
That's
like the
why
Mm.
I was a little
Kendrick
bit pissed.
featuring Luther Vandross type of thing, and it's like, nigga, oh, all
Yes.
right,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm
Yeah,
not as excited then. Never mind.
exactly. I feel like that was real shady of them to put it like that too. Like, who the fuck?
Yeah, I don't like
Like,
that.
like nobody really features the artist that they're sampling. So that was some marketing shit that she pulled. But hey, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, the song is pretty good. I can't lie. Like,
I blame Drake for that. I feel like Drake was the one to first start doing that.
Who you do that
really.
with?
Like putting like a sample of somebody like as a feature, but they're not really on the song. Like I think he did that with like Marvin Gaye once or somebody like that.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, okay.
It's like featuring Tupac.
And it's the
Right.
AI, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Nigga, what?
The next.
Yeah. Did
That's
y'all listen
wild.
to
All
the
right.
album at all though?
I've heard the singles. I have not heard the whole album all the way through yet though.
Okay. There's a lot of songs on there. There's 23. So it's gonna take you a little minute. But actually, I'm not gonna lie. I really thought that she was gonna punk us out and give us like 8 joints. I was not expecting 23. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, after 6 years, you better give us 23. We need you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a
Right.
lot to talk about. Like, if you were the type of rapper that I grew up on, where you're not just focused on certain subjects and you're focused on what you're living through and you're presenting that to us, right? So the first album, that's why they always say the first album is the hardest to make because it's your whole life up until that point, right? And you in your 20s or whatever. So you're writing about 20 years worth of stuff that's either happened to you or you've experienced or you've dreamed about, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then your next album comes out in 2 years. So it's like you can only cover so much of what you've already covered from that first 20. Now you got a fresh 2 to work with for your new album. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but she gave us 6. There's 6 years. So it's like, and we know about certain things that have been going on with you and Offset and you and Nicki. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now there's
Yeah,
these other diss tracks that we're gonna get into where apparently you into it with JT and a couple of other people too. So, you know what I mean? You've got stuff to rap about. So yeah, give us 23 for sure. Like,
for sure.
I haven't heard a lot of good reviews though.
So I think I can understand why the reviews are mixed because the album doesn't necessarily like the theme I thought was gonna be just like all drama. And I feel like half the album reflects that. Like truly, like the all the diss records and shit, all the trap music, like that totally screams Am I the Drama to me. Now the other half is like pop in a way where she's trying to sing at the same time. And we all know like she's not really a singer, like, no shade. But so I think that she kind of
Is she
gives
trying to
people
recreate I Like It Like That?
sorta. Like I feel like she didn't try to do a crossover. She tried to add in like a Spanish trap song. She tried to do like a pop song with a Spanish artist, but she wasn't trying to cross anything over this time around. But it was like it was definitely like mixed signals in a way, like where like I kind of would have liked it a little bit more if she maybe did like an A track, B track kind of thing, or like A side, B side. I think maybe that would have gone over a little bit better and maybe they would have understood how it all works cohesively. But if you just listen straight to it, the first half, you might be like, why the fuck is this all pop? And then the other half, you're like, oh, this shit is trap. This shit is New York. I get it now. Like this is more Cardi. So, and then also people felt as though that she didn't in evolve enough. I don't know. Sometimes I like artists to stay true to themselves. Like I like that she did a lot of trap shit. And she didn't like just stick with one lane. Like you can do New York drill. And she did do a little bit of New York drill, but I kind of like that she did a little bit of a what do we consider Jeezy? Like Jeezy, I don't know if he's
Just trap. I would
Yeah,
say he's just
that's definitely
straight up
trap.
trap.
right.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
did a couple moments where I was like, geez, was Jeezy in the room? Like, okay, so I feel like she did a good job, but I can understand that the album's a little bit bipolar.
Lazy, what do you think about that critique that Ali just brought up of artists where it's like we want you to evolve or whatever, but then it's like for one, this is her second album, so let's keep that in mind. But
Yeah.
two, just what do you think of that? Like an artist who kind of sticks in their lane and kind of does what they do, like a Jadakiss, for example. Like Jadakiss
Yeah,
been giving us the same thing for 30 years, and we love it. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Well,
And
Jadakiss,
then
you got to. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
but then there's the people you could look at like more of a Jay-Z or even a Jeezy. Jeezy's a good example with what was the fourth album, I think it was Recession.
Recession,
Yep.
yeah.
When Recession
Right.
came out, that was a very conceptual album that wasn't the same as all of his other just trap anthem after trap anthem type joints. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about that as an artist?
I would say just her coming back and like, first of all, like to me, when you dropping an album, it's been like 6 years, and you only dropped one before. Like, yeah, like that's a long time in a way. But at the same time, like if she's still coming back and she's still keeping her original sound, and it's just her second album, I would still praise it regardless of what it sounds like. And from what you guys explained, there's a lot of diversity in there too. You feel me? But I would say, it's just speaking how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's gonna be saucy, sometimes it's not. You feel me? But I can't really say too much Cardi B because I don't really listen to too much of Cardi B. But I'm pretty sure it's fire. I heard like I seen a lot of people that they've been reposting it, saying this and saying that. So I can't really say too much about it. I just hope it's fire.
Yeah.
She
I've
always
seen a,
has good
I've seen a,
production. No, that's one thing I always notice about Cardi. Like her beat selection is gonna be fire regardless of what she rapping about.
Every time.
yeah, that's a fact.
Mhm.
You was about
Well,
to say something, Eric. I felt like I was talking over you a little bit. What was you
yeah.
saying?
Oh no, you're good. I feel like with with this album, I'm not really too surprised that it's that diverse because the first album was too. Like if
Mhm.
you go back and listen to a lot of them records, especially towards like the back half of the album, that's when she really started getting a little bit creative. Like really, it's she kind of did it in the reverse where the front her first album it was super trap heavy in the front end and then poppy on the back end. This time it sounds like she kind of flipped the script a little bit, which is fine because it seems like Cardi is somebody that's been able to find that lane of doing both styles really well to appeal to both type of fan bases. Especially since she has like a lot of younger fans too, like that poppy side, that's always gonna be a win for her.
And
Yeah.
it's smart, like you said, from a crossover aspect because on those radio stations that are basically real pop heavy, where they're gonna play a lot of the like Taylor Swift and Katy Perry and Doja
Selena
Cat and stuff like
Gomez.
that.
Yeah.
Like those type of radio stations, they're gonna play Cardi B also if the song is poppy enough. They're gonna play Nicki Minaj if the song is poppy enough. You know what I mean? Like they may not play Bees in the Trap, but they'll play Superstar or whatever, Super Bass, whatever the fuck the song was called. You know what I'm
I think it
saying?
was
Like,
I
Yeah,
think it was
yeah, yeah.
Starships.
yeah,
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 yeah.
that one too. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you feel me? Like, so it's smart from that aspect because those songs get played so many times on the radio, and then they end up in commercials, and then they end up in movie soundtracks, and then you know what I'm saying? Like, this is smart from that aspect. Like, maybe not from like the artistry level per se, but like from a branding and from a where can my music be placed at, and be heard in a lot of different places. You're gonna hear her stuff in the mall when you're walking around. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be that type
Yeah.
of vibe. So it's
Have
smart
you guys
from
actually listened to a lot of Spanish
strategic.
trap before?
Go ahead.
Have you guys actually listened to like a lot of Spanish trap music before?
Since
Not
I've been out here in Arizona, I've listened to more of it.
Yeah. It's like actually
Yeah,
pretty
for
popping
sure.
overseas. Yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got a lot of
Bad
that in
Bunny was
Alaska
the number
too.
one streamed artist in the world for a couple of years. I don't know if he still is or not, but that shows
Yeah,
you right
he's
there.
top five, I think, still, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, he set that off. He definitely set that off.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. If y'all like Spanish trap, you should definitely listen to the track Bodega Baddie from her album. That one was dope. I really liked that one a lot. Um, if you guys want to talk about the diss tracks, we can real quick because that's the
Yeah.
meat
Yeah,
and
I'm down.
potatoes. Like the other shit is cool, you know, Selena Gomez, Lizzo, all that. Yeah, we love it. But we got to talk about the nitty gritty. So Magnet, everyone is speculating is about JT. And they're pretty certain for now that it is because so Joe Budden was talking about how Party was, or yeah, right, Party was the ghostwriter for Cardi, which we've all known for a long time. But he was basically saying that he felt as though he was also ghostwriting the diss tracks like Magnet and Pretty and Petty. So Cardi decided to actually like show or like play a clip of her reference track. Like I guess she basically got pissed off at JT and decided to just start spitting shit while she was alone on a little voice memo. And so she had it saved. So she was like, no, this is my proof that like I was roasting that bitch all by myself. But what's
I heard about that.
hilarious is when you look at the timestamp, she created this whole thing like 45 minutes after JT had dropped her album. I want to say it was like Hood Princess or City Princess, some shit that she dropped. But it was funny as fuck because for the longest time, there was a line off of that album on one of the major songs where where JT says, bitch broke her fucking veneer, talking all that fucking shit. And that was so funny because I remembered Cardi breaking her veneer and me being like, is that a shot at Cardi? Absolutely was. She got it direct. So she immediately worked on Magnet as her response. It sucks that it took so long for us to finally get it. But boy, did she come to kill. The major line that people are freaking out about off of Magnet.
Yeah, what she said.
Shit. I gotta get the exact line. But basically, she was saying, yeah, my nigga cheat and shit, but at least I don't use dildos on him. So I gotta get the exact.
Talking about Diddy.
Oh
No,
man, I
she's
know you
talking
talking about
about
Uzi like
Talk
that.
about
Lil
Uzi.
Uzi.
she talking
Talk about
about
Lil Uzi.
Uzi, Eric. She
Not Lil
talking about
Uzi.
Oh yeah, because
She
it was
like,
it was Young Miami. That's what Diddy, not JT.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
JT
That's
is
right.
referencing.
I had the wrong
Yeah.
city girl. My bad.
Oh
So let
man,
me pull it up.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up. But how would y'all feel? Like, I mean, if
It's
the
a good
nigga
line.
did a diss track on you and that was a line, obviously
That's a
you
good
gotta flip
line.
it. But
Yeah, that's a bar right there.
oh man, that's horrible. That's terrible.
One thing that you gotta give Cardi is she's really good when she gets in her slick talk bag.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
that's true.
definitely.
That's
I
true.
mean, and my thing
definitely.
is too, like we knew Offset was cheating on her, so she can't deny that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to just flat out embrace it in the bar, like, yeah, okay, my nigga be cheating on me. Everybody knows that. That's like the 8 Mile shit, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
But when niggas don't know about your nigga, it's this. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about your
I
nigga.
know something about you.
Because that
Yeah,
big
yeah,
bargain too.
yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, I have been waiting for this though, because I'm just like, JT be talking a whole lot of shit. She do a whole lot of trap music and stuff. And it's like, Uzi is not like the most masculine type of dude. So I've always been wondering, like, are we ever gonna like,
So when you say
speak
not
about the
the most
elephant?
masculine, you
Hmm?
mean extremely feminine, right? Like
I
we can
mean,
say it.
Cardi kind of had a point. She was like, "Bitch, I don't. You got to share bags with your nigga. Like, as in,
You feel
like
me? Like
y'all,
that's all.
That's
huh?
crazy.
Like yeah, I said you. I'm with you. Like that's you know what I'm saying. Like we can't act like we don't see
I think it was
what
like
we
that's
see. You know
crazy.
what I'm
That's a
saying?
hell of a
Like
punchline though. Yeah, she came out swinging.
Oh yes, and I mean, she really went in. I mean, she even called her a Brenda's baby ass bitch, which I mean, we don't know nothing. We don't know nothing about JT's mama, but now we all assuming shit.
God damn.
That's
golly.
crazy. I know
Yeah.
she's tight off of that. But yeah, so the line she said, okay, so the line she said that really jumped out was she just mad she got a nigga she be sharing bags with. My nigga cheat, but I don't stick no diddles in his ass, bitch. Like that's fighting
Oh
words. That's
shit.
fighting words. Bitch, see me outside. I
That
don't
I
play.
makes you
like that.
definitely want to listen to the album now.
You
Yeah.
see?
You got to. You have to listen to that bit. That shit is so fucking good. There's another one. I think the guys will really like Her Time because that's the one that screams Jeezy to me the most. Like the beat, the hook, everything. I love it. I want to go. Like I'm not even like trying to be in a strip club right now, but I was like, that shit is finna go.
I
It's
think I
about to
heard a
go crazy.
preview of it and I was like, "Ooh, that beat is kind of crazy."
That shit is fire. It really is. Okay, and then also the other diss song was Pretty and Petty. I can't lie. You know, I was a little bit impressed because she was really getting to her thugging. Like I was not expecting her to like really push up on
Oh,
Bill like that. Like
she brought out Cardi B.
she, she
You know what I'm
brought it
saying?
out. She brought out
Mm.
Brim because I was like, who the fuck is Brim? Why she keep talking about Brim? You know what I mean? Now that's Brim. She went fucking bananas. Let me pull up the line that really jumped out to me. It was like the I'm Cardi B shorty. Who you trying to be shorty? You from Boston? Let's have a little tea party. I was like, oh shit! Like when you start talking like that, girl. So yeah, I love that shit. B is somewhere right now, probably in the stew, but I hope that when she does come up out that bitch, she does much better than her last attempt at coming at Cardi. Because you cannot show up goofy like you did last time to this diss. You can't. You cannot. I feel like there's certain things that like there's certain beefs that you really have to take seriously because it might change the trajectory of your career. Do y'all think that I'm tripping? Like, is that too bold or too, you know,
No,
You
presumptuous?
it's
say
not
that.
because
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, it's not because we've seen it happen before where a rapper will not take the beef from the other rapper that's coming at them serious, and then they'll just come at them with a haymaker knockout that they weren't ready for, and they'll try to respond, but by that point, it's already too late, and they don't already won the beef, whether they come back with a better record or not. We saw that happen. Um, we really saw that happen with Drake and Meek Mill.
Yep. I was probably gonna say that.
That's a good
I think
point.
Meek wasn't prepared enough, and then by the time he tried to come back, it was already over.
I
Yeah.
think if a heavyweight comes at you, it matters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if somebody above your weight class actually takes the time to either respond to you or dish you, you know what I'm saying? Then it
Yeah.
matters. Like that's why 50 Cent said one of the best things that ever happened to him was Jay-Z dissing him at Summer Jam because that meant he was on the radar. He was like, "Oh, if I'm important enough for Jay-Z to respond to, then that means I'm somebody." You know what I'm
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
saying? So from that perspective, you got to be prepared for that. And 50 kept going at Jay, you know what I'm saying, until he got on. And then when he got on, it wasn't really a beef like that. It was more friendly competition, you know what I'm saying? But until he got on, he was coming at Jay because Jay responded to him that one time. And it was all based on that song How to Rob when he dissed everybody. So
Yep.
whoever responded, like Big Pun responded, I think Ghostface responded, but Jay was the nigga. So it was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, like that definitely matters. Like you have to take certain ones serious, especially if it's a Cardi or a Nicki or there's a few names like that in female rap where it's like if they say something to you, you got to take it serious.
Yeah. No, I agree. And this one, I feel like Bia better come extremely correct because like the entire 3 minutes of this goddamn song is just Cardi cooking her shit. So another line that jumped out was, "Why you always at Diddy house? I heard they called that little kitty out." Like what? Now we entering Diddy into the chat? Like shit. I mean, and then it gets even more foul. I mean, that's pretty bad. But I'm just like, now I feel like she's also merging a lot of like industry shit that we don't know with public beef because then she started talking about Bia's breath and shit. And I'm like, who you been talking to? Like, who you looking around? You just trying to find anything, girl. That
Yeah.
we talking about her breath now. So the next line, she said, tell these folks what it's really about. Why you always in people's face with that shitty mouth? Diarrhea, Bia, breath so stank you can smell it before you see her. Like, I mean, she just went so disrespectful. But I mean, she does say, like, you should have never talked about culture. I don't even remember what the hell Bia said about culture, but let that be a lesson to you. Any of these bitches out here in the rap game, don't ever, ever, ever mention Cardi B's children, because she will carry that beef for however many years that she needs to, and she will drop that shit on her very anticipated album and roast your shit to death. So that's it. Those are
I like
my
that
favorite
energy, man.
distracts.
I like that energy. I like it. I like battle rap. I like diss records. I like all of it. I'm from that cloth where you had to come at the top person in order to prove you was the best. So I love it. You know what I mean? I always like it when people are ready to get in there and spar. I like the collabs and I like when everybody's, making music together as well. But when everybody get in there and start thunderdoming, I fuck with it.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
Especially if y'all got a real issue. Yeah, put that shit in the music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rap that shit
If
out.
y'all already airing shit out in public, air that shit on the music.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
seriously.
money's on the table, so I'm ready for
Right.
it too. Yeah.
Lazy T, would you ever do something like that? Like if you got a beef with somebody personally, are you dropping a diss track like, the next day or something?
Oh, definitely. I'm cooking you like a Sunday dinner. You fuck with me. Like by the time I get done, you gonna feel like you got beat like a Hebrew slave. I'm cooking everything. I ain't playing. Yeah.
So do you
Okay.
already have a diss track? Like, do you got any?
Um. No, I don't see. I don't really have to send those shots. Plus, even if I did send shots to any of the rappers that I beef with, like you guys would not know them. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm barely on the map, so I'm trying to. Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be a waste of time. Yeah,
Got you.
yeah,
It would
Got
be some shit where like if other people knew both of y'all, then maybe they would know what you're talking
yeah,
about. But outside of that,
yeah.
it's gonna sound like you just talking about
Hey, know what you
whatever
talking
rapper.
about?
Yeah.
It's
Right.
gonna be funny though. It's gonna be funny as hell, just like Cardi B shit. But yeah, yeah, most definitely.
All right. Well,
I
yeah,
fuck
that's
with it.
everything for, my take on the album. Go check it out, guys. There's a bajillion fucking songs on there. I'm sure you'll find a few that you like. I really like Salute, Every Time, Magnet, Better Than You, Pretty and Petty. And then, I mean, there's even more, but go check it out right now. Okay, so that's it for my little piece. Anybody want to talk about anything else they saw in the news this week? Like that Jimmy Kimmel shit was crazy. I'm sure
Yeah, that
Shane
was. Yeah,
jumped
thank
up
you.
out of his soul.
Yeah.
I
That was
knew
a
it.
layup. We ain't even have to talk about that for real. You knew that's where I was going. So, um, as y'all know, free speech is under attack here in America. You know what I'm saying? TikTok is what are they doing right now? Anybody who mentions Palestine, like a lot of those accounts are being suppressed, and a lot of those posts are being just automatically removed. Same thing's happening on Twitter slash X. A lot of the popular Palestinian tweets or accounts that are tweeting, those tweets are just being removed in real time. Um, these are different things that you see happening. One of my most popular TikToks got like 4,000 views or whatever, and then the very next TikTok I posted, which was about Charlie Kirk, uh, got 27 as of today.
Uh,
So I went from 4,000 something to 27. So uh can't talk about him either, you know what I mean? Can't talk about Israel in a bad way. You can't talk about Palestine in a good way. You can't talk about Charlie Kirk. That's on the no-no list now. And Jimmy Kimmel just found that out. So I got some information here to read to y'all. Just bear with me for a second. So on September 15th, 2025, during an episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, Jimmy made a monologue about the death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, who was shot. Kimmel criticized what he saw as conservative attempts to avoid associating the shooter with their movement and said people were trying to make political points of the tragedy. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? Basically, if you've been watching all of the right wing commentators, Fox News, they've been trying so hard to make them. They've really been focusing on the trans thing. That's really what they've been trying to link him to. Somehow he's affiliated with something trans, so therefore we have to take trans people's guns and all of this. This is the play. There's no evidence of anything like that, by the way. His whole family's right wing. They were all Trumpers. They're Mormons, I want to say. They're from Utah, from one of the most conservative places in Utah, which is already a conservative ass state. Raised around nothing but other white people. All the shit that a right winger's dream. That's what he was, right? So the FCC chairman, a Trump appointee, described Kimmel's comments as troubling, accused them of being misleading, and warned that ABC and its affiliates could face regulatory consequences if they didn't respond. Right there, violation of the First Amendment. Why is the government stepping in and saying, hey, you can't make that joke? They're not allowed to do that. If ABC independently wanted to do that, cool. Not cool, but understandable. It's like, hey, we're a company. We don't want you representing our network, blah, blah, blah. That's totally different than the government stepping in and putting pressure on the company to do it because they don't like somebody's speech. So that's number one. Two major broadcast companies that run lots of ABC affiliated stations, Nexstar and Sinclair, said they would stop airing Jimmy Kimmel live on their stations. Facing mounting pressure, ABC and the Walt Disney Company suspended Jimmy Kimmel indefinitely. So that means fired for anybody that doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? That means you're fired. They say, importantly, it's not clear that he was fired in the sense of terminated. Indefinite suspension means the future of the show is uncertain. ABC has not officially said he is fired and the show is canceled forever. But again, that is always what it means. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've never seen it where somebody was indefinitely suspended and then brought back. Never seen it. So the other thing that he did, which wasn't covered in here, was he played a clip of Donald Trump when somebody from the news asked him, hey man, you were really close friends with Charlie Kirk. How you doing after all of this? Like, you know, I know it's got to be tough for you. And his response, and I'm not bullshitting, this is what he said. He said, oh, I'm doing fine. By the way, if you look over there, do you see that construction they're doing? They're building our ballroom right now. It's going to be beautiful. They've been trying to build that for 100 years, 150 years, and I'm going to be the one to do it. It's beautiful. What? Your homeboy just got shot in the neck in front of everybody, fam. Like, what you mean the ballroom's going to be beautiful? What are you talking about right now? So that was the point that Jimmy Kimmel was trying to make, that Trump doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck about Charlie Kirk. He doesn't give a fuck about any of his supporters. That was the point. He didn't make fun of Charlie Kirk for getting shot. In fact, he condemned the shooting and said you shouldn't shoot people, even if they say disgusting stuff, which I agree with, by the way. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't make that clear in the episode we did about Charlie Kirk, I'll make it clear now. I'm not happy that he got shot because he has fucked up beliefs. I'm just not sad that he's dead because of his fucked up beliefs. There's a difference in those two things. So, But yeah, man, Jimmy Kimmel. I grew up watching The Man Show. That shit hurts. I hope Adam Carolla, with his conservative ass, his right-wing ass, who is his co-host on The Man Show, comes out and says something that his boy just got canceled, because that's fucked up. Yeah. What do y'all think about what's happening with the attack on free speech, though?
It's scary as fuck. And honestly, like, so for anybody who felt like that was maybe like a little bit highbrow, basically what is happening is Nexstar is trying to buy up Tegna, which in a way would kind of make them a monopoly because they would own just about all of the stations.
Forgot about that part.
Yes. So it's really
That's
important.
where the pressure came in.
Exactly. It's more about the money. So Nexstar just wants this deal to go through so they can really own up all of these different stations and finally kind of be like this mega monopoly player. And so they're trying to play nice with the FCC so they can get the deal done.
Because the FCC
Now,
has to approve it.
exactly. They have to say whether or not that's legal. Usually they would step in and be like, nah, homeboy, you can't just own all the stations because that means that you own all the broad, like you own the voice of
Everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
So you own all the
so
news stations, everything.
I'm
Everything
glad
that
you
we
brought that
consume.
up, actually, because this one is actually on the Democrats if you go back far enough. Bill Clinton is the one who deregulated everything when he was president, which allowed, because before Bill Clinton was president, there was like 50 media companies. There's 5 now. They all bought each other up and got swallowed up. There's 5 media companies that own every newspaper, cable news outlet, regular TV outlet. You know what I'm saying? Like print media. Literally all that shit is owned by 5 companies now. So, excuse me. So, with that in mind, Bill Clinton deregulated that in the 90s. So, it's ultimately his fault that we're in this spot right now. With that said, again, like that article said, the FCC director is a Trump appointee. So, if Trump is telling him, yo, let it go through because the dude who's going to run, what's it called, Netstar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dude who runs that, he's the homie. So he's going to make sure that everybody on TV is covering me good and he's going to push our agenda. And we're going to be able to do whatever the fuck we want now because we're going to be able to convince the whole country in one wave. Because MSNBC is not MSNBC no more. It's like MS Now or some shit like that. And it's not a part of NBC anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that.
If that hasn't happened yet, it's happening soon.
Geez. So yeah, so this is scary because then that means that the FCC and Nexstar are going to censor whatever the fuck they want, whatever they want to, especially on political basis, not on fact or on diversity or what the public feels is important. It's just going to be about what the president, the FCC appointed chair, or the FCC chairman who was appointed by Trump says, and Nexstar being the media company that says, okay, that just rolls over and lets them decide to censor them. So it is really, really scary. I think that's why people are a little bit confused because it just seems so like it just seems so like layered, but it really does all connect. So it really is important for us to pay attention to the story. I'm hoping that ABC will realize that people are pissed about this and that it's going to affect their bottom line. It already has. They've already lost $1.3 billion in stock from this move because people have decided they're going to cancel their Disney subscription, their Hulu subscription. And so that's major. So, if you really want to fight back, apparently boycotting is the thing to do right now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad it's coming back strong because I mean, we see it work in other countries, man. France don't be bullshitting. Like whenever they're upset about any little thing, they be throwing shit at the government buildings and dumping dumpsters on the motherfucker. They be tripping immediately. Like they be, if a decision is made on a Friday that they don't like, by Monday they tripping. Like,
well, I wonder if their police do things differently. Like, are they as militarized as us? Like in Europe,
not even
a
close.
lot of them don't really use guns like that. They'll slap the shit out of you. They'll punch
they
you.
got a baton and
Yeah.
they'll fuck you up.
Right.
But like, if
they
you can
barely
fight, it's like, well, square up then. You know what I mean? But over here, it's like strap up. It's a little bit
So I
different.
mean, but that's the thing though. Like, so with this, what happens then? This is what I see happening. Every police shooting of a black person is going to be justified on every TV station. There's going to be no media that's like, well, he had his back turned and he wasn't a threat to the cops, so why'd he have to kill him? Like, there's not. Rachel Maddow is going to be there's going to be none of her on TV anymore to ask these questions. Joanne Reed's out of here. Like, it's going to be all independent media that's going to cover it in a fair way type shit. Whenever we bomb another country, oh, we're killing terrorists, and that's the end of the story. It's never going to be, actually, we're taking their land and we're trying to, you know what I'm saying? Resources and XYZ. Like, it's never going to be that anymore. Like, you're not going to see that on TV as media, like, ever again. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's going to criticize Israel for what they're doing to the Palestinians. Like, that shit is over. By the way, that shit is still not going to work, though, because Canada, the UK, and another country, I can't remember right now, but there was 3 countries that are close allies. Hopefully do something about, you know, what's going on over there. You know what I mean? Because they'll have their own statehood essentially. So, you know, the more countries that are on board for doing that, there's a few of our allies that already did it, you know, but the more and more countries do it, it's like that puts a lot of pressure on Israel to stop doing what they're doing. And I think the UN just declared what they're doing a genocide too. So that means once they do that, then it's like the world's obligation to stop doing, you know, to stop them from doing it. So now it's not just us and Israel doing what we want over there. The rest of the world will squad up and be like, y'all got to chill. So, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Taking them enough time, so shit, let's do it.
Yeah.
Speaking of boycotting too, shout out to Jerry from Ben and Jerry, because he stepped down from Ben and Jerry's because of a big diversity inclusion thing that they had going with the company for a long time. And I guess that deal got pulled for whatever reason, and Jerry was not with that shit. So he put out a very long statement on Instagram about how the company was always about diversity and inclusion, and how them pulling out of this deal was just stood totally against his beliefs. So he stepped down after, I want to say, like 30 plus years of service or something like that.
Wow.
Hey, that's fire. I love people who stand on principle.
Seriously, yeah. Like more people should do it, especially more white people. Like, way to be an ally, Jerry. Way to, like, you know, decide to put the monetary shit to the side and like really stick to your principles, your morals, your ethics. Like, that shit is stand up. So I'm supporting whatever the fuck he does next. I don't give a damn. He can open up any damn business. I'll be there supporting him for sure.
Right.
Also, and since we were talking about the FCC thing, because everybody's canceling like their Disney shit, apparently a lot of people are now supporting Netflix a little bit more, because a lot, like, I think like their co-founder decided to throw like $2 million towards Gavin Newsom's like new redistricting plan for California to
For real?
combat Texas's. Yeah.
That's
So everybody's
hard.
like, everyone's now paying attention to these fucking CEOs, and they're like, okay, like, where are you putting your money at? What are your interests? So they're liking what Netflix is doing. So go stream Netflix. All right. But yeah, that's it. That's my little rant.
Word.
All right. All right. Well, to the man of the hour, man, Lazy T. You know what I'm saying? We got you here, man. We appreciate you being here today. You're from Alaska.
Yep.
Okay,
Anchorage,
so talk to
Alaska.
me about that, man. Being, you know, so where in Alaska are you from? Tell me about, you know, what it was like growing up, bro.
I'm from Anchorage, Alaska. You know, I know a lot of people say, "Oh, you're from Alaska." Alaska is actually just a state, and we actually got a lot of places out there. But I'm from like the major big city, Anchorage. So we call it Rage City. Out there, it's like back in the '90s, kind of like dirt roads, but nowadays, like they're trying to supersize it. We turn into like an actual city, but it's actually pretty lit. You know, it's like a little party town, and yeah, there's a lot of black people there. I'm one of them.
Okay, so that's a misconception,
Yeah,
right? Like, that's a
yeah,
misconception about Alaska. Like, it's mostly like, indigenous people and, stuff like that.
Mm.
Tell me what it's actually like, in Anchorage, like, and where you grew up, like your neighborhood, or, what was it?
Yeah.
Is it more similar to, I guess, the average, black experience than we think, or, what was it like?
I mean, you could kind of say that. Like a lot of us, like me, I'm mixed. I'm mixed. I'm like a mutt. You know what I'm saying? I'm black, German, Cuban, some other shit. Everybody out there, there's a lot of people that come up there from military, but then there's like a lot of families that's actually from the city. And I mean, like I said, it's like you go to any other place. You got your hoods, you got some people out there gang banging. But you just have to go out there and experience it for yourself in a way. But I don't know how to explain it in a way. I can't tell you. It's Anchorage to me. You
I feel
got
you. I mean,
opportunity. Yeah.
do you still live there?
I mean, yeah, somewhat. I travel in and out.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got you.
It's
So, I
lit.
mean, in your travels, what city would you say Anchorage reminds you the most of?
Ooh, obviously right now I'm in Columbia, South Carolina. So like, yeah. Anchorage just remind me of like a lot of places. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, sometimes the layout, like in Charlotte, North Carolina, that's kind of how Anchorage looks in like summertime, you know?
Mm,
Yeah. But then
okay.
then again, it's mad ghetto out there right now, so there's no telling. But wintertime, that's my favorite time of the year. Like if you're gonna go to Anchorage, Alaska, where I'm from, go there in the wintertime. Like the snow, it lights up all the streets, it's gonna be all in the trees. It looks crazy, bro. I try to see if I can send you guys like a photo or something of it, but it's mad dope out there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. That would be fire. Is that where you could see the
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 Northern
Northern
Lights.
Lights, right?
Yep.
That's nice.
Yep. How they say
my
it, they try to say it
homeboy?
all French though, Aurora Borealis or some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like the colorful lights in the sky. Yeah.
Yeah. Them joints. Yeah,
Good
yeah,
now.
exactly.
Right. We
That
bring
shit's so nuts.
we think of it in the scientific name and shit because we've never seen it before.
Yeah. It's like
Whereas y'all are just like, nigga, them just the lights.
just the
Yeah.
lights, bro. Those lights could be coming from the McDonald's down the street. You never know. Like, yeah.
So would you say growing up there, like, I mean, because obviously it's cold, most of the time, right? Um, like, would you say growing up there, like, influenced your rap style at all? Because I heard some of your cuts, and I didn't know. I guess I didn't know what I was expecting to hear. You know what I'm saying? When I listened, and then when I was listening to him, I was like, oh, this is like some
Yeah.
turned up street shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, okay,
Definitely
this
some
is
fruit shit.
this
Yeah.
is hard. Like,
Mhm.
so I was like, I'm definitely gonna go back. Like, this a lot of this could go on a workout playlist or on a I'm getting ready to go to work and I gotta make myself be in a certain mood around these
Yeah. Yeah.
people. Like,
Like,
let me throw this nigga on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
hell
So
yeah.
salute, first of all. I was fucking with the
Appreciate it.
music.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, where's your influence come from?
Shit, my influence comes from my brothers. I have a really big family. So I got like 7 sisters, 8 brothers, you know?
Damn. Okay.
Right? I said the same thing. I said, God damn, mom, what you doing? But like, it's like, I'm saying, there's more of us. So like I said, I got a lot of brothers that's locked up. I got my older brother, he just passed. My other sister, she died on Christmas. That was my dog too. You feel me? So like a lot of my inspiration comes from them. You know what I'm saying? Cause like
Yeah.
just a lot, and on top of that, just a lifestyle of me living. It's like, yeah, I gotta put that down on wax. But all in all, it's like, yeah, this why I'm bred to do this shit. So I make sure what I'm feeling, I put down on the song, and if you can feel it too, that's good for me. You feel me?
No, definitely. Who did you grow up listening to?
Ludacris, Ludacris was fire as hell.
Okay.
Ludacris,
That's a
OG the
great off the wall pick. I love
Yeah,
that
oh,
shit.
OG the Juice Man, that was my dog too. Okay. You got that, like she said earlier, Jeezy. You gotta stay trapped out. You gotta have that Jeezy on. You feel me? Jeezy,
I can
Gucci.
hear it.
Yeah, I love that shit.
So would you say because it almost sounds like Alaska is almost like a slightly bit of a melting pot in a way? Would
Mhm.
you say that like the sound of like what you grew up listening to, would you say that it was like regional, like all over the place? or what, or did you like focus in on like one area of the country? You was like, nah, this is the type of music I fuck with.
I mean, so look, in Anchorage, Alaska is like, well, I'm gonna say in Alaska, period, is like they still go off of from what I heard on the radio stations. Like, I went back like what 2 years ago, and when I went back up there, I heard Eminem on the radio. They're listening, lose yourself in the music, the moment. I was like, oh shit, that's straight from the 2000s. You guys are still playing this, and like, you come down to the South or anything else out in like the lower 48s, and it's just slapping. You know what I'm saying? Y'all radios are fire. Y'all y'all commercials are gas, bro. Like the lawyers commercials,
Hey,
especially what's
that's
it? I
hilarious.
swear to
That's
God,
so funny.
I thought it was a whole song playing. Then next you know, it's like, have you been in a car accident? Oh yeah, it's called 1-800. They're like, what's that one commercial where the dude's like the black dude? He's like, he's all over the commercial. He's like, yeah, I left the club drunk one day. Like that shit right there was funny as hell. I can't put my finger on it though, but like, yeah, that's like your commercials are straight gas, And like out there,
That's
I could say like.
hilarious.
Yeah,
That's
from
so funny.
the music in Alaska is like they have like a bracket, I guess, where they have to play a certain amount. It's like the top 50, the top 100 on the billboards, or they can't change it for nothing. So they play Spanish music. They might play some R&B stuff. They might play some hip hop. Like down here, yeah. But I could tell you, for me growing up and listening to like a lot of music, is like what I'm saying? You had to get on LimeWire, you know what I'm saying? You had to get on YouTube, you had to go search for the stuff that you wanted, you know what I'm saying? Napster, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Especially, but that was kind of legal back in the days, but don't tell nobody.
Right, right.
Like,
Right.
but
Allegedly, we did that.
yeah, but I know that Yelp in my white tea area, that shit was lit as hell. So like, yeah, you just gotta if you know what you really like to listen to, and like you'll definitely try to look for more of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I love
So
music.
I got a little bit of a question. So, how long have you been doing music? Like I just like Shane said, like we all looked into your stuff, and I saw that you put something out like last year, and I was expecting it to sound like a rookie, but you don't sound like a rookie at all. There's only
Yeah.
one project up there, so I got to know, like, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it since I was like 12. But on top of that, I produce too. I was like the number one producer in Alaska. And then I have a cousin named Rob Beats. He used to produce for Gucci Man, because Gucci Man, he's even been to Alaska. We had Gucci Man, Mac Dre. That's a lot of West Coast music. They had Yuck Mouth up there. But yeah, I produce a lot too. So yeah,
So you
yeah, I
make
have.
those beats. So the beats that we listen to, were you?
It depends on certain songs that I make. Like, I don't know if you guys heard this song called "Lame Niggas." I produced that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I produced that
Or
one, and then yeah, I have a whole lot of productions I did. Like, I produced for then every person in that city, and I sent beats out of state to like some of these rappers like Young Buck. I was producing for a lot of people, so like I've been in and out of the city for a while.
That's why it comes off
What
so professional. Okay. That makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense. Got
What
you.
do you prefer? Do you prefer producing or rapping?
I prefer both. I can't
Yeah.
really.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Cause when you make the beat, you damn sure gonna make a fire ass song too. Cause while you're making the beat, you're making the lyrics.
Yep.
Yeah, some people just pick a beat and put trash on it. That's not me. Yeah, can't do that.
For sure.
what
So
What do
if
you
you've been
think
doing
made
it
you want
for
to go to more like, I guess, energetic route versus like a more traditional or like lyrical, try to bar niggas up to death every track. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's
Yeah,
more of a feeling that I get when I listen to your stuff.
yeah. I try to I just try to incorporate some type of happiness. And like where we're from, a lot of people are gloomy as hell. I'm like, why are you so gloomy? Like, just because the sky is gray today does not mean it's gonna be a bad fucking day. You gotta turn up sometimes. So that's one thing I kind of go off of too. But I don't know. Usually it depends on like the beat, however the beat sounds while creating it, or if I do find something that's kind of like fitting my style. If I feel like it, I just look at my cousin. My cousin looked at me and was like, and you just set it off from there. You never know how that beat may go. You feel me? But
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know. It's just the energy. You gotta have the energy.
For sure. You definitely have the energy. I wanted to know though, like, so why is there only one project up? Like clearly you're good at what you do. You've been doing it for a long time. Where's the rest of the music?
It's kind of it's kind of scattered around right now because I used to change my name a lot. I had more than one name. It's like, yeah. So like, I had Lazy T, I had Little Lazy, I had Youngski, I had All A Jug, I got Payroll Lazy. Like, I got like A1 Strokes. Like, I had a whole bunch of different names. You know what I'm saying? Like, just producing, just doing random shit. But yeah, I mean, I got everything locked and loaded. I just haven't dropped everything just yet. But yeah, there's a lot of things we'll put out here this year.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
You
you
gotta
gotta put it
drop. You
all
gotta
into
drop
one
a
house.
compilation. Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta drop a compilation of all the different alias names that you use, and
Yeah,
then the song name is one of them, and then you'll be good from there.
yeah. I'm
Def-
me and my cousin always came up with a name called Paperham Lincoln. So we're like, yeah, that one's pretty
That's
fire too.
fire.
It's fire as hell. He's like Paperham Lincoln or Benja Bitch Franklin. I was like, yo, you're on a roll right now. You know? Yeah, but yeah, we got a lot of stuff. I got a lot more things. I'm gonna try to make sure I have everything actually structured out by the end of this year. So all the new releases and all the new songs I do have, they'll definitely be up there.
That'd be cool. That'd actually be pretty dope because I feel like not enough people really play around with alter egos and personas anymore. You
Yeah,
know, like Eminem, Slim Shady, like that was a cool, moment. So that would be dope, to see all of your personalities in one place. That'd be dope. Maybe even to see the evolution too, because
yeah,
I feel as though you definitely get a blend listening to your music. Like 1 second I was like, this is almost giving New York. Then it would like the next song, I'm like, is this kind of like Southern in a way? Like you can definitely see that like you don't stick to just like one region. It sounds like you go for anything that's like lit, good beat, like and you're
yeah.
gonna jump on it. So I like that though.
I appreciate that. That's what I try to do. I try to make my listeners happy.
Hell yeah. All right, dope.
Yeah, we definitely looking forward to it. I'll be looking forward to more drops for sure.
Hell
Cause
yeah.
like I
Hell yeah.
said, I was fucking with what I was listening to. I was like, oh, okay, nah. Like
Mhm.
when I sent them the link, I was like, okay. Like I was expecting Eric to like it too, because I was like,
Yep.
this is right up his alley.
That's
Like
why I was
this is
like.
some
That's
shit
why I
he
was
would have
like. I want
showed
to know
me
what.
just
That's why I wanted to know where his regional inspirations came from. Because I was like, he kind of sounds like he fucks with everywhere.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
man. I
one song you
As
will
mean,
long
sound
as
like
that
YG.
shit
It's like,
hard.
what
As
the
long as
fuck?
that shit hard.
I mean, yeah, you got to, because like one thing for sure is like Alaska doesn't really have a sound. So I've been trying to create like a new sound for Alaska, you know. And I was like, every single place that you go to, it has a certain type of sound. So I was like, shit, well, if I take all this shit and just mix it into one and drop some heat with it and see where that goes. Because
Uh,
I've been working hard trying to create that sound too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can relate because a lot of the artists out here seem to be trying to do the same thing. They're trying to
Same
figure out
thing.
what the definitive Arizona sound is, and I think they still are mixing and playing around with it, trying to figure it out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of like Texas influence here. There's Cali, you know what I mean? There's Detroit influence. Like I hear Arizona niggas that rap like Detroit niggas and rap on Detroit style beats.
Every
And I'm
time.
like,
Yeah.
It's
and I
hilarious.
ask them like, damn, you from Detroit? They be like, no, I'm from 47th Ave, nigga. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
okay, well, I'm gonna just leave that
I'm from
alone right there, you
Thomas,
know?
nigga. I'm like, oh shit, all right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how I go.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we appreciate you stopping through today, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Any last words for the people before we get up out of here? Anything that you're working on that you're gonna be dropping soon before the end of the year that niggas can listen to? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I got this new track I just dropped. It's called All Alone. I did a mic drop for it. It's like a little teaser. I got the video coming out here soon. I should have that shit done before my birthday, you know, before November 3rd. Have everything laid out. Got a couple more podcasts to jump on, you know. So stay tuned. I got a lot of heat for y'all. And I would love to be back on the show, you know what I'm saying? Kind of
Oh hell yeah.
You guys kind of caught me off guard today 'cause I was knocked out, but yeah, straight.
Nah, you
Fucking us
good,
being
brother.
lazy T for real, nigga.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Uh
I don't do a damn thing. I'm in the store.
where can they follow you at, bro?
You can follow me on Instagram at Payroll Click, PAYROLLKOICK. Then my Facebook, I switch up a lot. You know what I'm saying? My Facebook name is called LaFlaw. It's LEFLAW, LaFlaw, you feel me? And then like, yeah, that's the main. I got the little X account too. You know what I'm saying? She would be Payroll Lazy or Lazy T on there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just stay tuned. I got some heat for y'all.
No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Well, all right, guys. Thank you so much for being here, fellas. Always love talking to y'all. And for the viewers, we always love putting on a show for you. Make sure that you guys join us every single Monday for a new episode of Bar Exam on the Ethos Media Network YouTube page. We also got a Patreon, so go check it out. And before you get on out of here, hit that subscribe button, share, and comment. Let us know what you thought about this episode. And we can't wait to see you again. This is Bar Exam. Bye, gang.
Salute.